we're hanging out again. It's gonna be a really fun day. I'm just getting ready. I'm just closing up the house and stuff. Actually, this door can stay open because I will lock this one. I'm just locking up the house and getting ready to go because today we're gonna go shop for some stuff that we need for inside of our tack room. Can you believe it? Inside the tack room, outside the tack up areas. So I'm going to take you guys on the barn in a second, give you an update on what the barn's looking like, what the tack room area is looking like, because that's been really coming along. And then we're driving 1 hour to this place that does these beautiful reclaimed antique materials, antique sinks, antique floors. And we're going to be looking at floors for the tack room, sinks for the tack room, and all sorts of other stuff. I have an appointment though back here with an electrician in like a couple of hours, so I can't be too long over there. So let's stop faffing. I'm just gonna head into the barn and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit what we're up to. And then you guys, that'll paint a picture for what we're shopping for today a little bit better. So, coming into the barn, you guys will be seeing that lots has been going on here and lots is going on here, so excuse the noise. But all the walls are getting ready for the rendering to go on because it will be getting white like that again. I mean, that's going to be getting repainted, but this will be becoming white with a whole new layer. All the pipes have been put into the wall for the drinkers, so that's all happening, but that's not really like the pure focus point today. The focus point today is this. Are you guys seeing it? There is now all of a sudden a fully built up room. Now, beforehand, the whole room here was as high as this wall. So we've added some height to it. We've already made a cutout for the door. We made it quite big because if you have a helmet or you're carrying stuff through, so it's quite wide and quite big. But if we step into here, we have the beginnings of our tack room. The ceiling still needs to be closed off. Everything has been insulated behind here. But isn't this cute? So, little floor plan. I do have some renderings to show you guys. We of course have worked with Andrea from 𝒋𝒏 Residences to come up with the interior design space of this room. I've got some renderings that I can share with you guys as a first look and show you a little bit what's going to be going on in here. It's very exciting. So I'm going to pop them up as I kind of show you the different walls and spaces. Now, the designs are not 1000% finalized, but these are the concepts we are going off of to begin with. So this is when you come in, the door opens this way. Behind here, there's a large radiator. So door, then here, insert rendering. We're gonna have a sink area at the bottom with some cabinetry. We're gonna do some cabinetry at the top as well. This room's really gonna serve us also as a place to kind of like have a sit, have a coffee and all that kind of stuff too. So there's like, let's call it like a small kitchenette type vibe there. Then underneath the window here, we've done a large bench, which is where you can sit to rest, or if you want to put on your riding boots and all that kind of good stuff, that's where you do it. And underneath, we have placed a little dog bed for our dogs because this will be definitely the warm area in the winter for them to hang out in. So that's what's going to be happening on this wall. And then on the main wall, this is like a kind of biggest space. This is where all of our saddles are going to go and more of the storage is going to happen. So we've kind of left the middle empty and we're going to play with differences in contrast between wood and just the white wall. So the space becomes a little bit more dynamic. We have actually quite a lot of room because it's 3 meters tall, the ceilings in here. So it's going to be interesting to see how that comes together. But that's like our main storage right there, which concerns me because 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 has so much stuff and so do I. So I'm not sure. This is going to be for the everyday stuff. This isn't just the store stuff that like you're not going to touch for 6 months. This is for everything you're going to be using every single day. And then we do still have quite a big wall here. And this is going to be just different rows of things that are going to be hung on the walls. So like my bridles, snaffles, doubles, 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘 bitless bridles, neck ropes, working halters, all that kind of stuff is going to be handled on this wall here. We're going to obviously try and do it in a very pretty way, but that is going to be a little bit the flow. We didn't want to make like anything too much here in the middle, because at first we thought, okay, maybe it would be cute to do like a small little island or something like that. But it really stops your flow as you go to this back wall to get your saddles and all that kind of stuff. And also the cabinetry is going to be built out at least 60 centimeters. And that does remove also some space from the room. So we just kind of wanted to keep the middle open. We are going to do a really lovely big rug in the middle. We want the space to feel like an extension of our home, and that's kind of what we're going for. But today, as you can see, we have the sink points already here for the warm water, cold water, and sewer. So we're looking for a sink, a stone sink, I think Belgian blue stone, something like that, that we're going to be placing on top of the countertop. And then on this side, so this is obviously the two tack up areas here, we have another sink right here. So that's going to be more for like washing your bits, washing kind of dirtier things. So I want to look for a small stone sink that we can place on the outside here. And what we're going to do is also have on the left side of the sink here is have a retractable hose. That way we can pull it out and hose down these two areas at the end of the day to make sure that the rubber and everything stays clean. That's why we've already placed a whole drain system back here, and everything is sloping back as well. So that's something we're shopping for. Now, what we also need to keep our eye out is for the floor. What I would love to do for the floor in here is kind of like a sandstone type of like big Belgian sandstone, something like that, something light. You guys saw that the wood in the rendering is like a raw oak, something that's a little bit more in keeping with the remainder of the wood that is used in the barn, and that keeps the space feeling a little bit more light and fresh. I love personally darker woods, but it's very important to me that whatever we do kind of fits and suits the space that it's in. So that's a little bit the thought process and what's going to be happening for this space. We are still on schedule to be kind of moving the horses in sometime in November, not clear when. So we will see a little bit how this space starts to take shape, but this space should also be technically on schedule to finish by then too. So as you can tell, there's still a lot that has to happen. But honestly, already when the rendering is back on the walls and you don't see this kind of like exposed brick, even though I actually really like the look of the brick, but once you stop seeing this exposed brick, it's going to really come together and it's going to look a lot neater. But one other thing I wanted to show you is we've been working really, really hard. Well, I can't say I've been doing it personally myself because I'm not that skilled. But we are restoring all of the woodwork on the mangers and on different parts of the barn. We're just starting with some of that work. And I wanted to show you guys some of the beginning phases of this. You guys will remember that a lot of these mangers were falling apart. They were rotten. They had holes in them. Nothing was even. And as you can tell, everything is starting to really shape up and look really, really nice. So this one is kind of heading towards completion. And then the next phases that we're doing is all this line over here. And this is the very talented man behind it. Yeah, Joris has been helping us out with all of this and he's been doing a terrific job. And it's coming together. It's definitely a labor of love because nothing is straight, nothing is symmetrical anymore. We're trying to like keep as much of what was originally here, but some has had worm damage, some has dry rot, some has just kind of withered away. So bit by bit we're going at it. So this bottom base is being done first, and then these lids will be done. We should be able to salvage most of the top, so that's that will probably stay like that. It will just need a good sanding a little bit. And here you can see these are the old kind of lids to these mangers, so these will be getting replaced. That's what's just been taken off there. But it is coming along bit by bit. And what we've also done is with all of the wood here, we've sanded it all back a little bit to get rid of some of the imperfections, the stains, and then you'll be able to see that some of this needs to be repaired and removed still, but we're kind of like moving through bit by bit. The mangers was the priority first. And then the brick under here is actually much prettier than you can see. It's just got a bunch of grime and dirt and stuff all over it. So we've done some repair work and there's still a little bit left, but once it's finished, we're gonna sandblast it all and it will come back to this to this red brick looking color. And one other space that's been getting completed, which Yes is currently using as his tack room, which is very historically accurate because it was the old tack room. But we have emptied this room over here. We've ran in sewer water lines because this is going to be the toilet and laundry for the barn. Right now, Yes is using it just as his tack room. This is what I mean. Look at how much stuff Yes has already here. So we're gonna really have to, like, I don't know. We're gonna really have to refine what we have in the other tack room in the future. But this space is coming along, and I told my dad. It looks a bit crooked now, but it needs to be finished still. But I told my dad also, why don't we slope this whole area down towards a drain that we will put in here? Because when you have a washing machine, it always leaks no matter what. And I didn't want the whole room getting wet. So this, I think, is going to be a really nice little touch just in case things flood. The whole room won't be getting waterlogged. It's going to be all going down this drain, which will be hidden by like a little floor mat here. Yeah, so bit by bit, we're making way. I'm gonna jump in the car now. We've got about an hour's drive until we're at the store. We're gonna be like kids and candy stores when we arrive at this place because it's so amazing. At least from the photos I've seen. It was actually a recommendation from yours. He's like, you have to check this place out. I think they're gonna have exactly what you want. So that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna jump in the car. I'll see you guys shortly there. We're here, and this place is absolutely huge. Talk about having to rummage through to find what I'm after. I mean, I think we're gonna be here for a while. I mean, I only have an hour, but I should have taken about 50. Look at all of this. Wowzers. They've got gates. Oh, damn, I should have come here for the gate. I didn't know. Because we were looking for a gate, but we bought one now. They've got tables. This is all different types of floors. There's a whole interior section. Oh, and they've got a lot of reclaimed materials, roof tiles. Wow, okay, I think I'm gonna go to the sinks, which I have no clue where they are, but I think they are going to be inside. That's kind of priorities, getting these sinks handled, and then we'll take a look at these floors as well. Wow, look at all these. So some of these will be like reclaimed. Sorry, I'm just gonna pop in here quick to look at some of these as well. Some of these will be reclaimed. Some of them they will be cutting here. I'm sure they've got some sort of like stone factory. Wow, wow, wow. This looks really nice. All different types of floors here as well. Ooh, this is nice. This is similar to what we did in the kitchen, actually. That's quite nice too. Oh, actually, this could be quite nice for in the tack room. That's quite pretty, actually. That could also work. That kind of beigey tone is what I'm after. Oh my gosh, the sinks have started. How pretty is something like that as well? That's kind of the vibe for the sink that we're wanting. But instead of having it integrated, we kind of want to place it on top of the countertop. So it kind of adds a texture and a feature. This faucet's kind of cool as well. Here we've got some other types. They're not bad. There's quite some nice options here. We'll go take a look inside. I mean, firstly, let's not get overwhelmed, but look at all of that. These are actually not bad as well. I need some sort of kind of like spout thing. These are nice. I definitely, for outside of the tack room, I definitely need something smaller because we don't have a lot of space there. But I like this vibe. This vibe is kind of what I'm after. I definitely don't want to go for anything round. Oh, this is quite nice in this lighter stone too. Oh, these are cool as well. I like these a lot too. That's nice. These little fountainy looking things. Okay, these are all quite big. Let's hopefully find something a little smaller. Something this size would be good. I'm not such a fan of this color, and I think it needs to be slightly deeper, the sink. But something of that size is what we're looking for the outside. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in here. Wow. Right. Let's keep looking. These are kind of cool too for toilets. I know we're not looking for that right now. Actually, this is not bad. I don't hate that, actually. That could look quite nice too. More of like farmy vibes. That could work as well, you know. And I don't hate that. Is it me? Is it just me? I don't hate that. The copper with the kind of like, it just looks like it's more like of a workhorse sink rather than this pretty dainty looking thing. This is quite nice too. I mean, this has been integrated, but if it wasn't, even the light stone with just kind of like an open sink area. Oh, this is getting me thinking. I'm sure we can get pretty much anything custom made here. Oh, this is cool too. Look at this. I always like this kind of like chessboard patterns on the inside. That looks really nice as well. Even for the for inside the tack room, if we didn't do a sink that was elevated, something like this could look nice. Something integrated like this that actually looks. I'm not such a fan of this particular material, this kind of crushed stone looking thing, but I do like the integrated sink that's like this, and it doesn't show when it's not super clean either, because with these more white ones you see every single mark. This is really nice though. Some of you might be asking yourselves, price wise, I don't know if this is the price of the whole. I mean, if it's just the sink, that's $3,500. That's very expensive, but I don't know if that's for the whole integrated section or not. It's quite nice with this kind of simple design like that too. Goodness, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here all day looking. It's so amazing. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, this has caught my eye. I like this. This I like. This Belgian blue stone, but do you see how it's been carved like this? Maybe we can get the whole sink made like this, but standing on its own legs. Because this I like. This I think would fit really nicely in the barn. I mean, the whole cabinet's quite cute, but we don't have the space for that. I can check actually if we have the space for it, but because then we could make like a hook. So this is for the outside. We could make like a hook up here, so you have like a little tack cleaning station. I think it will still be too big though. But let's keep that in the back of our mind. I quite like that. And it gives us some extra storage, which is for like towels, things like that, cleaning stuff. Or you could even put, like, if you take the shelvings out, you could even put like 2 pairs of boots. If you want to keep the boots out. You know what? I don't mind that. And what we could do, hold on. What we could do is place like a retractable hose underneath there. This cabinet actually. This cabinet's got me thinking now. I didn't measure that wall though, so I've got to see. But surely we have enough space for that. Or maybe we could get something made like this that ends here. So we just have that part. I like that. We're gonna have to think about that. But I'm liking this Belgian stone. I'm liking this. Okay, thinking about that. Now look at this. Now look at that for a bathtub, which I presume That's what that is. I love the color though. Trying to see if I can spot prices a little bit because I'm getting worried that this is going to be a very expensive sink for a stable. So I'm trying to keep my eyes out a bit if I can spot some prices. Oh wow. Okay, I'm so glad we came here. Look at this. How nice is something like this as well? Not the color of the wood, but like this Belgian kind of integrated sink situation. How nice is something like that? But I like the Belgian but I like this kind of carved out look a little bit better. But how cool is this? Look at this deep sink situation as well. Spiral staircase. Oh, this is pretty. This is like a marble type look. That's quite nice as well, isn't it? There's also a hole upstairs. God knows what's up there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, that's giving me too much bathroom now that I've kind of like had some time to think about it. Shall we take a stroll down here and see what's going on here? We've got lots of tiles. I think these are more like wall tiles. I definitely am going to have to come back here for when we do the bathrooms, because there's some really cool stuff in here. I mean, of course, not everything's like... Oh, these are nice. This could even be nice for like the downstairs bathroom. This kind of like Delphi looking slightly green tile, because that will tie in with the kitchen. That's pretty. Oh, also in the darker color. Wow. Andrea, our interior designer, she would have the time of her life in here. That's for sure. I'm taking a look now at some of their individual pieces, and I'm actually quite liking these ones if we want to do something that's a little bit smaller. And then I just talked to one of the guys because I like these kind of rolled ones, so they can reclaim some of these as well. There's also Belgian bluestone. It's just been very weathered, as you can see, so that could also be an option. I think we're gonna have to go with something custom because the sizing there is not standard for what we need. You can see here there's also another example of one that's been really aged, but they could restore this one, for instance, as well. And then there's also, I saw this one which I quite liked, so potentially something like this could work too. And then we have like the warm and cold water and the middle spout, so potentially something like this could actually work with like a wooden support. I think that actually could look quite nice now that I look at it more. I think that wouldn't be such a bad option, you know. I'm gonna take a photo of that and I'll show you yes to that. Right, I'm just heading back in the car. I told you guys I didn't have a lot of time, so I had a kind of quick, I mean, they had a lot of stuff there. Not everything is obviously like what I was after. But hold on, I need to try and set you guys. Where can I set you? No, nowhere. Can't set you anywhere. The floors, I think the floors were a little bit too decorative for what I was after. I'm not really looking to do anything too like mosaic or too heavily printed. I have another place I think where I'm gonna source the floor from. I did, however, see some different sink options, and you guys saw that the lovely man that was working for us, Joris, he is actually like far more than a carpenter. He makes incredible wooden furniture and all this kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna try and focus on finding a sink, and I think I did while I was there. The last one with the kind of splashback I liked. So I think if I just buy the sink and I get the base made from him, we can make it work. The other one, I really love that Belgian bluestone one with kind of like the rolled edging and the beautiful detail, but they said this is like standard size and we cannot shrink it. It's kind of like if you like, you buy it as it is, because the sinks and everything, they don't make them themselves. They're old, so they kind of like make every piece around. I don't know why my brain is all over the place. What am I trying to say? Oh, and a phone call. What I was trying to say is, the piece that I really liked, they cannot change the size, and I think it's going to be too big. It was quite expensive. How much did they say? For the whole unit, it was €4,500. But for the smaller sink, it was €2,000 for that one with the kind of like Belgian bluestone backing. But I'm gonna I sent some photos now to Andrea from 𝒋𝒏 Residences, our stable designer, and I also sent some photos to 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘. So we kind of are gonna make our mind up a little bit about what we like. It might be that none of these are the option, but these are the options, the best options I found so far. But we have to rush home because I am doing, we have the electrician out, he's doing some other work, but I've ordered some lighting because we're going to be uplighting the whole roof of the barn, kind of like indirect lighting. We're gonna have direct and indirect lighting, but today we're gonna try out, I have like 3 floodlights to try and illuminate one portion, but we need to see how that looks, but I have to do it together with him. So I'm gonna rush home now. This is just how it goes. But I do wanna show you guys what it looks like, the whole lighting situation. So I'm gonna show you guys once we're home. We're gonna be putting that all together. But first, we're gonna go. No time to waste around here. Bloody hell! God forbid you can actually take your time to look at everything. That's not possible. We go. All right, we're just back at the barn, and these were the lights that I grabbed, the floodlights, because what we're trying to do here is illuminate the whole kind of skeleton of the roof. So we need, my guess for now, which is not very educated, but my guess is that we're gonna need one light pointing to the left side, one light pointing up, and one light pointing to the right side in order to get that kind of beautiful coverage to illuminate the whole roof. And I'm hoping that we get enough lighting, indirect lighting from illuminating the roof, that we don't need to have then down lights into the stable, because then it's a little bit softer for the horses and they'll be able to be a little bit more comfortable at night rather than making their stables feel like mini indoor arenas. And then of course we'll need more direct lighting in other places where we're working, like the tack up area and wash bays and along the middle here. But for the rest, perhaps this could be enough. So what we're aiming to do is just do a test patch with 2 or 3 and see how far we can get, because if this works out and we're happy, then we're going to be repeating it for every kind of cross beam going down the barn in order to get that even coverage. And these floodlights that I got, I actually found them, I mean, this is the beauty of ChatGPT. I found them, they work with a smart home system, so we want everything to be like integrated into our phones. If you want to turn lights on and off, you can choose the color. You can see here a little bit like the different color gradings. We would like it on the 3000 Kelvins, which is warmer. And also they're dimmable. So if you want to have it a little bit higher, a little bit lower, you can adjust that as well. So yeah, we're just gonna try that out and see how far we get. I'm guessing I'm gonna try and place the first one in there at an angle pointing left, somewhere in the middle, and then somewhere over there. And we're gonna see a little bit how it looks. Probably at night we'll get a better idea of what the coverage is looking like. We'll probably have to play a little bit with this, but
what you just said, in the dark it's better to see when it's late.
Yeah, I don't know how I can actually change the color.
Maybe behind there's some dip switches. Yeah, that's a different color. Yellow.
Yeah, I think that we want warm.
Oh, that's warm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of harsh shadows, but those will get less and less when there's more.
Yeah, yeah.
When they're more even. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Okay, ready? I'm gonna pan up and you guys are gonna see the first bit of uplighting. Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing? I mean, you guys are only seeing one strip, so you have to imagine when all the other beams have it too. Isn't that so pretty? That's gonna look amazing. I'm very excited. We're gonna be coming back in the barn tonight, guys, and then we're gonna look at it together. Isn't that nice? It's just so beautiful to be able to see the whole roof like this. Yeah, that's nice. Let's take a look from the other way. Hold on. Let's spin ourselves around. Let's take a look. Oh, wow, yeah. That's gonna look seriously cool at night. That's gonna be awesome, especially when, let's take a further look back. Especially imagine when you enter this at night from this side and you turn around and bang. I mean, okay, well, it doesn't have that effect yet, but I think it will. I think that's gonna look really impressive. It's gonna look really cozy as well, actually. I'm happy about that. I'm excited about this. This was an idea that was just kind of living in my head, and I was like, I don't know if I had seen something like this or it was, I don't know what it was, but I had this idea in my head and I was like, oh my God, look at this. Look at this angle. Look at this. Hold on, wait. Look at this angle. I'm going to talk to you guys like this. I had this idea in my head and I was like, this is going to look amazing. Because how do you light a building like this without making it look ugly? And I reckon this is the way. We're going to be popping back out here then tonight. And Yes is going to come and have a look at all this as well. He was already in here and took a quick peek, but he'll take a better look later. Ooh, I'm excited. This is good. This is exactly what I wanted. It's nighttime. We're just going to go check the lights soon. I wanted to show you though something. A couple of things to discuss. Firstly, since we're on the topic of lighting, I wanted to show you guys why we have been having this whole discussion of like direct lighting versus slightly indirect lighting, not direct overhead lighting. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit what I mean. So I'm going to spin you around. Mind you, this is a bit of a, well, it's not such a mess, but okay. But I want to show you this room. This room, we have no soft lighting as of yet. We have the chandelier. It's not super bright, but we've got the chandelier in here, but we've got no lamps. We've got no table lamps. We've got no nothing. So you can see that it creates a very kind of like sterile space. But I wanted to show you the comparison of our living room, which has no overhead lighting on usually. We have like a little table lamp. We have a floor lamp over there. We've got the lighting either side, but it's much more soft. And when we do turn on the chandelier, we have it on, it's dimmable. So we have it on very low. So the whole point of the chandelier is not to light up the whole room. We can actually dim it probably even more. Then it's only kind of serving as like atmosphere for, oh, I just heard Yesa scream. He's cooking, so I'm not sure why he's screaming. But I want to show you, this kind of really sets the mood, especially for an older building and an older house like this. Let me show you a more like, we will pop back a little bit so you guys can see. Then you can take it all in. You see what I mean? Is this translating? I hope it's translating, because in person it just feels so much more cozy and soft and inviting and nice. And one other thing that we have invested in, and I would highly recommend it, is a good sound system for your home. So we have like these Sonos speakers, a little bit threaded throughout the whole home now. We've got the subwoofers behind the basket. We've got this soundbar. The cabling still has to get hidden. And now I have placed one more speaker here. There's one here. And there's one in the kitchen, which you might be able to see over there. But what's become a little bit our routine as of like just the last couple of days, and I might be sounding like I'm a million years old when I tell you this, but Yes and I have been playing throughout the whole day, throughout the whole house, soft jazz. Now, Yes and I like a good tune, we like a good party, but there is nothing like having soft. It's on right now. I turned it down a little bit because I don't want to get copyright issues, but we're just playing soft jazz and every room feels so relaxing. The kitchen's relaxing, in the breakfast room it's relaxing, in the living room, and we're doing emails and work because we still haven't finished. Oh, looks like I'm telling a scary campfire story. We still haven't finished the office space, so we're still working around this side of the house. and we're just doing emails and there's jazz, and we're taking phone calls and there's light jazz, and we're bumping in and out of the house and there's light jazz, and it just, can't tell you guys what it's done, but it's just been the nicest, and maybe it's stupid, or maybe a lot of you guys are already doing this, I don't know, but it feels like a complete elevation of our space. And maybe I'm just very new to this, and maybe I don't know what's gotten into me, but it works, and just try it out. Try it out for a day, playing all day light jazz throughout your home while you're working, if you're working from home. I wouldn't say I'm playing it in the car or something, because I like my good tunes in the car. But just at home, it just sets such a nice, relaxing vibe. And 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍 has been saying that too. Let's go see him, he's cooking. This is typical 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍 and I. We're eating at, I don't know, it's probably close to 10 p.m. In the Netherlands, there's light out till very late, even though it looks like more light in the camera than it is in real life. But let me show you Mr. 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍, he's in the kitchen. Here he is, the man of the kitchen. 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍 is obsessed with the 𝒂𝐎𝐲, so he's just refusing to ever turn it off.
But I do want to have a course because they were talking about it as well.
Yeah. But I wanted to talk to you because we're going to go...
Talk to me about the jazz.
Actually, well, probably... Huh?
You're going to talk to me about the jazz, or what do you want to talk about?
No, I already talked to them about that. Wait, can you tell them what...
It's very nice. I was here in the kitchen.
Isn't it nice?
But this was the first Sunday, actually, like 2 days ago, and I told you, I was like, I'm so relaxed.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happened?
But I really think it had to do with the jazz.
Yes.
As silly as it sounds. And I was saying to them also, I was like, I don't know if it's just us that we're like super basic and we've just realized something very logical and obvious.
Can we say I have the first of my own leek in here? That we grew in a vegetable garden and some other things?
Oh yeah. There's some of 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍's vegetables homegrown here. He's very sweet, making me my little bacon on the side. And then what else have you got going on in here?
Some halloumi.
We've got halloumi and we've got schnitzel.
Vegetarian satay schnitzel, and for you a chicken schnitzel.
Very nice. I wanted to get your opinion because this is how it works. I wanted to show them a little bit. So I went to the store obviously today to look at like sinks and that kind of stuff. And then, not me opening on the smooth jazz thing from the Sonos. But I wanted to get your opinion because I've already shown you. Oh, sorry. I've already shown you. But what is your opinion on this sink? So this is the one that I'm discussing. But what is your opinion on this one?
I don't hate it.
That's a start. That is a start.
But to be honest, I'm not sure how to feel about it yet. Because I do want something like that, but I don't know if this is the one.
Do you feel like you need to go see it for yourself? Because the store was not that far.
Well, I think so. Because it's nice, but I think we need something deeper, to be honest.
It's quite deep.
It's not deep.
No, it doesn't look like it.
This.
Yes, okay, but what more do you need?
Well, more than this.
Realistically, what are we going to be using that sink for? Washing bits? What else?
What bit?
Okay, you don't even have a bit, true.
Yeah, but okay, something like this is at the least you want. Like even if you put something...
What do you have to put in there?
Well, if you even put something in there.
What are you putting in there? An aquarium?
I don't know, but I will look online tomorrow.
This is how it goes. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys how it goes. Yes, it says, I'm going to look online, I'm going to take matters into my own hands, quotations, because that's not what he said, but that's basically what it said.
No, I'm saying
tomorrow he will look for 2 minutes, which is fine, no problem. And then he'll go, you know what, I like that sink.
No,
it's
but
true.
I have something in mind that I like.
Okay.
Actually, because I've always been talking about the sink to you, no?
Yeah. Yeah, you have, of course, but let's see, I'm only talking for the sink outside. Yeah?
Outside of the
tack room, in the tack up areas. Yeah?
No, yeah.
Okay, because there's still going to be another sink, and I told 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍 also, for really dirty stuff, you just bring it to
I think we should maybe have the same one, no?
No way. I mean, maybe the same material, but it doesn't have to be the same style. But I told you already.
I mean, I like this one, but I don't think it's the one. From
a usability point of view, when you have really dirty things, you take them to the wash bay because you're going to make a mess. And also you can't put like sand and all this kind of stuff down the drain. So we have to think a little bit, okay, how are we actually going to be using this sink? And then from there onwards, it might get a little bit easier to tell. Also, I'm going to do another video where I run you guys through the kitchen a little bit of like the renos that we did,
Can
the
I be
before and
part of
afters.
that video?
Huh?
Can I be in that video?
Yeah, why? Oh, yeah, of course, because the kitchen's like your thing. But I want to show you guys the taps that we went for. Don't mind the speaker because she's gonna be going up on top there, hidden. But these are the taps from Parrot and Row that we did. And we could always go with something like this for the taps outside as well. Now these have really patinaed because it's real brass. So we have like filtered water on this side, regular warm and cold water. Then out of this one, which is out of the same tap, it's boiling hot water. So if you want to have like a tea or anything, it comes out boiling from there. Then we have a like handle wash thing, and then the matching soap dispenser. But I really like this brand, so we could always go with something from them for all the faucets and the fittings. And I do like this brass, and I like the age look that it gets. Yeah, Parrot and Row. Okay, I will say it's not the cheapest.
Let's not do that.
It's not the cheapest, but it's quality, and it looks amazing. I mean, look at her. Look at her. It speaks for itself. And quality has no price, does it? Yes, sir. Are you giving the dogs bacon? Yeah. I reckon let's eat quick first. Where are the dogs? Let's eat quick first, and then after we're gonna go look at how the lights look in the barn. What do you think?
Oh my god, the day's never finished. Yeah, okay. I'm excited to see them in the dark.
I'm very excited for this. I think it's gonna look amazing. I think you don't even realize what you're gonna be having in there. It's gonna be really special.
No, it will be very nice because it already looks very nice.
Yeah. Also, this is our kind of, what is it called? So if you pull this rope, it opens this up, which opens up to a really large chimney in there. But this is our natural
sucking system.
Yeah, sucking system. What is it called? The name is slipping me, but this is like...
In Dutch you say... afzuigkap.
Okay, well, this is our afzuigkap. A ventilator, is that what it's called? But this is what takes all the smell away, because obviously there's a really strong draft from this chimney.
The smoke.
And it takes the smoke, it takes everything up and away. So it's a very primitive way, but a very efficient way. And you can imagine, because this is the...
And it's very cute, because the smell from it in the morning, if you leave it open, it's also very cute.
Yeah, that's true. But you can imagine what was here before, because this whole thing is a giant flute of the chimney. So you can imagine back in the 19th century, that's what this place is. You can imagine how they were cooking here and what kind of smoke and all sorts was going on. So that's what's up there. Looks a little creepy, but does the job. Dinner's done. Jess is so tired. We're gonna go to bed after this.
I've had 5 pallets of stock.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking, why are you so tired? But of course, I had like a lot of stock arrive at the warehouse, which had to be unpacked. I'm gonna let you hold it so you can get the maximum effect, okay? So, because I will go and turn it on. Pop these on. And if you stand right here at the door, hold on.
A lot of arena sun in my Crocs, I think.
Very excited. 3, 2, 1. Holy moly.
Wow.
Talk about having enough light.
Well, thank you.
I mean, this is going to give plenty of light to do everything we have to do. When you imagine...
But I don't think maybe it's even... But maybe if we can choose which ones we turn on, then we don't have to always turn all of them on. Like if we want, for example, this one and the middle one and the last one. Because are we going to have one on this one too?
Yeah, on every single one.
But
everything will be digital, so everything we will be able to control from our phones. Every single light will be able to be turned on, turned off, We can dim some down. We can, how does it look? Does it look good? And let's go, I think we should take a look at it from the other side now.
I don't know why it's not flickering anymore.
Because I looked at it and I fixed it with my eyes.
Oh wait, it's back.
Look how cool that looks.
Beautiful.
I will say it's on camera, it's brighter on top. Like there's more light at the bottom than you can kind of visually see on camera. But this is amazing. I think when we have all the beams...
very cozy. This could actually be a really nice house.
Yeah, but I told you, right? This is really cozy. It's really nice.
It looks like really bright on top on the camera.
I know it's not that bright in real life. In real life, it's very evenly lit. Wow.
Beautiful.
Maybe what we could even do is like skip a beam. Like skip this one.
You seriously? That's what I've been talking about non-stop to you. That's not what you realized, what I was telling you?
No.
What did you think then? I said, do this one, the middle one, and the last one.
Oh, sorry.
That's the whole time what I've been telling you.
The only thing is I'm not sure...
And then now I just told you, we can, if you really want them everywhere, then we can at least like decide not to turn them all on.
Yeah.
What did you think I was saying?
Don't know actually now what you were trying to say. Maybe it just didn't register in my mind. The only thing is I want to use this lighting also during the day in the winter to give some light and everything, and I don't think it will be enough if we skip beams. There's Blondie in the light.
Bye, I'm going.
Be careful, don't hurt yourself. The lights are very warm, so be careful.
Why is that safe then?
Well, they're gonna have to be mounted on this metal thing.
They're not so warm yet.
Under, you have to touch, yes sir? I'm curious to see what the barn looks like from the outside, like the lights and the skylights and the lights out of the window. Oh, she's going straight outside. So it was a good idea to wonder what it looked like, I guess. Okay, out here it's quite dark.
Oh, you know what I like? Is that because there's so many holes in the roof, it looks like the stars.
Oh my god. Maybe we shouldn't fix it because of that. No. Oh my god, the holes in the roof.
It always looks like it's on fire, actually.
No, it looks really cute.
Wait, let me take a photo look.
Yeah, on Jesse's phone you can you'll be able to see it better.
Look how cute.
Oh yeah, here. Do you guys see all the holes in the roof? That's gonna need to be fixed. That looks nice. That looks quite cozy out here like this. This will be really cute.
We should have a little bench at every window.
Look how cozy
but
this looks.
But what I also like, wait.
Oh, out here you can see the light a bit.
If I'm just gonna sit like this, like I'm in one of these American movies with the horses.
You think you live on a ranch or something and your horse is called Black Beauty? It does look quite cool. It is flickering though again. There. Very dramatic. Very indie. Mm. All right, well, I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed with all this. You're happy?
Always happy.